So, one of the questions that I get on a regular basis is about a technique that I use where you can work into the back loop or the front loop only on your piece, and then you come back to work into those leftover loops that you did not previously work into. So, I'm going to demonstrate that right now. And first, we're going to work into the back loop only all the way around the work. I'm choosing to work into the back loop only on this so that you can see those front loops more easily in this video. But most often, the technique begins by working into the front loop only, leaving those back loops unworked on the inside of the work so that that second layer that you build up inside of the work is hidden on the inside and not exposed on the outside. For the visualization purposes in this video, I want it to be the opposite of that. But just so that you understand, usually you would work into the front loop only first, all the way around the work, build that up, and then return to work into the leftover unworked back loops. So right now, I am on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sixth row on this piece. So I am in the sixth row. I am working into the fifth row's back loop only. That means that the front loop only is unworked. The most confusing thing about this technique that I get questions about a lot and told that my pattern is incorrect is that these leftover loops do not belong to row 6. So we are on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are on the sixth row. We just created the sixth row. These are the loops from the sixth row. The leftover unworked front loops here belong to row 5. They are row 5's leftover unworked front loops. I'm going to do one more row of regular single crochet. Oh, lost my loop.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the
Everybody
procedure,
stay calm.
everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
That's actually why I took up crochet in the first place. I had started with knitting, and then my toddler knocked my knitting off my needles, and I cried and found out soon after that if my toddler knocked my hook out of my crochet work, I wouldn't lose the whole thing. And that's how I started to crochet. After you do a full row of single crochet, we now have 2 rows built up above those leftover front loops. So we just finished row 7, and I'm using the slip stitch chain 1 join. I have a video on that. So now I might ask you to chain 2 and work into the leftover front loop only from row 5. And that is what messes a lot of people up because they think that because you worked into the back loop only in row 6, that those back loops are part of row 6. They were not. They were part of row 5. The leftover front loops are part of row 5. So we will chain 2, which I've already done, and then work into those leftover front loops from row 5. And that means inserting your hook under the leftover loop, yarning over, pulling up, yarning over, and pulling through to complete single crochet stitches into those leftover front loops. Working into the leftover loops creates a second layer of stitches so that you can get an even greater texture going, or you can create 2 different layers of crochet work here. So I hope that helps.